What's up, gamers? This is Joe Ross of Cerulean Games coming to you with another pickup video. Over the weekend, Brony and I were at Too Many Games in Philadelphia, one of the nation's largest retro video game conventions and one of our favorite. This year was phenomenal. Thousands of people came out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tons of vendors from all across the country with great stuff. Lots of really good panels. Many of the biggest YouTube personalities were there. The Game Chasers, Angry Video Game Nerd, Pat the NES Punk, Continue, Justin Silverman, Grimsy42, Alpha Megason. Lots of people were there. Made for a tremendous show. Paul and the other defenders who put it on did a terrific job. Shout out to you guys. This was probably our best show that we've ever done. Great sales, and we bought a lot of really good stuff. Some of it's not going to make it into the video because it either sold or was traded at the show, such as the Snow Brothers, Mega Man X2, lots of other stuff that's trickled in and out throughout the days. Many of these items I'm going to show you in this video will be available at our next convention. That is the Video Game Summit in North Lake, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, close to Rosemont by Chicago O'Hare. I think this is the 11th year that they've been putting this on. We've never done it. We're pretty excited to get out there. I've always wanted to do a show in the Chicagoland area, so I'm kind of pumped. It's going to be held July 11th at the Midwest Conference Center there in North Lake from 10 to 6. So stop on out, check it out. It's been going on for, like I said, a little over a decade now. So it's a fairly medium-sized show that I do. Not like a local swap meet, but not a very large-scale convention either. Probably about 20 or 30 dealers. So if you can, stop on by. So here are some of the things that we picked up on our trip. Some we got at Panhandle Games in Martinsburg, West Virginia. I've mentioned them a couple times. Good little local store. Most of the stuff I bought from them actually sold at the convention. So that was a good little... it was good to stop there on the way. One of the items that we did get from them that we still have, though, is a Grape N64. Fantastic. These are gaining some traction amongst collectors. N64 stuff is kind of spiking right now. Some really good games like Bomberman Second Attack and Sculptor's Cut are increasing very rapidly in price. So the collectability of N64 is on the rise. Look out for PS1 and Dreamcast stuff to maybe follow suit. These Fantastics are no exception to that demand. People want to collect the whole set. So we have the controller with this and matching N64 cables. We will be at $90 on this system. Another item we got from Panhandle is a very nice Sega Saturn. I normally don't carry consoles that often unless it's either complete in box or one of the Fantastics, but I haven't offered a Sega Saturn to my customers before, and this one is really clean, which is why I picked it up. Has controller, matching cords, very nice condition on this. We will be at $60. Slide those over. Another system, I didn't actually pick it up. It was actually mailed to me during our trip. So when I got home, it was like Christmas opening this up. I'm very excited to get this system. I never had one. And it is a Turbo Duo. Very rare, very sought after. Pretty clean. Not too shabby. I have not had the opportunity to test this out yet. I need to get a Turbo Duo game, a CD to try it. These seem to be worth about $200 not working, and when they're either working or modded, they go anywhere from $300 to $600. That's not even complete in box. Complete in box is like 4 figures. So I'm very excited to get this piece and offer it. I can't wait to test it out. I hope it works and doesn't need any work on it. Assuming that it does, we will be at about, I'm thinking $350. Be a solid, good market price on this one. Some Super Nintendo games that we got. This came in with the Turbo Duo. these next three games. So I haven't had a chance to clean them up yet either. But they don't really need it except this one, which is 7th Saga. I just need to get that sticker off of there, but as you can see, the label on this is spectacular. Got that nice glistening gloss to it. Great upgrade cart for somebody. We'll be at about 25. Same deal with Lufia, Fortress of Doom. Again, another nice label. I mean, just the light bounces off of it. Very clean. Connectors, you can see them shining there in the light into the plastic. Great copy. Will be at about 40 bucks. From that same lot, Breath of Fire. Same story. 35. Another game that we got at the show on Sunday is Turrican. It's a pretty nice copy. Good label. It'll be at $30. Another item that we got from Panhandle Games, we actually bought this in the parking lot after we left. The owner came chasing out like, I forgot something, you might like it. It is Rare Virtual Boy game, Waterworld, starring Kevin Costner and Dennis Hopper. I think it's funny that it's made by Ocean. This is about a $60 game, around there I believe, loose. But I also have the manual. I think together I'll be at about 75. Complete they usually sell for about $100, so I think that's a pretty good price with the manual. Some N64 titles. Mario 64, picked that guy up. Clean label, 35. Mario Party 2. I worked on this a couple times. This little ink right there. I'll probably hit it again. It's not coming off too easily, sadly. Still a good label. Good game. We'll be at about $40. Super Smash Brothers. Good label. Nice connectors. I need to swap the back out with a with a nicer back. Still solid piece. People love it. 45. Pretty decent copy of Majora's Mask. Has a scratch right there and the lenticular label, not holographic. Thank you, Jay Williams. Pretty solid. Sometimes this game is susceptible to cracking in the plastic right there. You don't see any of that. Got something loose in there. I should open that up and get that out. Probably this piece of dirt. Sound's gone now. Anyway, popular game will be at $50. For GameCube, we got Digimon World 4. Pretty clean in there. Solid piece, 45. Ocarina of Time Master Quest for GameCube. Clean on the inside. 40 bucks. I got into the Wii business on the way there. I bought 3 Wii games at Panhandle. Last Story, Radiant Dawn from Fire Emblem, and Xenoblade Chronicles. All 3 sold at the show. So maybe I've been missing out on the Wii market, and I should get back into it. But I did pick up a second copy of Xenoblade Chronicles from my buddies over at Bad Graphics Gaming, Buzzy and Jay. They are from the Cincinnati area. Good guys. They had a great NES selection at the show. I believe they were breaking up a complete NES library. So they gave me a good deal on this. I'll be at about $70. Also from Bad Graphics, I got a complete Mega Man set for NES. What was funny was I had a ton of Super Nintendo games that I took to the show, and I brought very few of them back. I had very few NES games that I took to the show, and I brought a ton back. These are part of that. So I have 1 through 6 here. We got a little bad label ding right there. Really only the tractor on it. I'm thinking about 65 on him. Mega Man 2. Decent label. A little discoloration in the cartridge, nothing serious. So it's a solid $30 game. 3. Woo, least popular in the series. Got a pretty bad label right there. Still plays good though. I think if you're buying it on eBay, you're going to spend about $24 with shipping, so we'll be at about 15 bucks with that label. This is 4 is usually the one I see the least actually, which is kind of weird. But label damage there. Still not too bad. We will be at that 35, 40 range on him. 5 is actually really nice. I mean, it is choice. This one keeps going up in price. Pre-show, before we went to Philly, it was like 85, and then once we got there, price running at about 95. So, not one you see too often. It's pretty popular. I was seeing one selling actually for about 110 at the show. So, I'm thinking in that 100 to 110 range is what will be on this one. And pretty decent copy of 6. Label peel right there. Not too bad though. I love the artwork on this one the best. I think that this is an amazing looking picture. About 45 or 50. The other, just a few common NES games and some rare ones. Super Tecmo Bowl. Or Tecmo Super Bowl, I should say. 20 bucks. Monster in My Pocket from the very popular company Konami. Solid piece, good label. One of those uncommon ones you don't see too often. Will be at $30. Similar, Motor City Patrol. Pretty decent label. Has the tiniest little ding right there. Be about 25. This one I'm surprised it hasn't gone up in price, considering the extreme popularity of the movie franchise, hitting billions of dollars every time a new one comes out. It is Captain America and the Avengers. Pretty solid label. Clean guy. 30 bucks. Ever so popular Contra. Clean label. Solid game. Good gameplay. It's worth $30, $35 every penny. Got 2 copies of Dragon Warrior 2. Pretty clean. Good backs on both of them. Be at about $35 on each one of these. A little bit of an uncommon one. Robo Demons. I'm not an expert on unlicensed games by any means. So I don't know if like this coloration is common on these or not. It is there though. I'm thinking label's pretty good, but that discoloration there. I'm thinking about $30 on this game. It seems to be probably about 35 or 40 is what you would pay on eBay. So I got another copy of Mega Man 4. Better label than the other one. We'll be at about $40 on this one. Very popular Darkwing Duck. Pretty good label. $50. Another unlicensed one. Artwork on this is ridiculous. It is Baby Boomer. Pretty decent, fun gameplay as well. Good, decent card on this one. We had about $50 on him. I got a really clean copy of Dragon Warrior 4. I mean, just gorgeous label. Just look at that gloss on there. It's really nice. On this one, I'm thinking I'd like to get about $70. This is a great upgrade for any collector, really. If you have a less than perfect copy and you want a new one, that'd be the one for you. one you're not seeing too often. Swordmaster. Pretty decent. Clean cartridge. $100. This is one that's going up in price. I remember about a year and a half ago or so. This was about a $60 game, $50 game, and it's kind of shot up. It's Cowboy Kid. I've worked once on this ink right here. I gotta hit it again. I don't know if it's gonna come out all the way or not. Kind of sucks, and I'm trying not to wear down the texture on the cartridge on the surface either, because that will happen if you over clean, and you can tell, and it's almost worse than having the ink there. The label though is still pretty nice. I mean, it's a solid label. Guys, this keeps rising in price. I'm thinking about on this one about $110. This one also has shot up really recently in price. Mighty Final Fight. Great cartridge right here. Great copy. Good label. Fun gameplay. Probably, some people say it's the best in the series. It's a really good beat 'em up. Considering what it's been at recently, I'm going to be at about $200 on him. One of my favorites to have. Love the artwork. Love the gameplay. Bubble Bobble 2 from Taito. Has a nick right there on the label. That happens at times. Still a pretty decent cartridge other than that. Getting up there in price again. I wouldn't get past this the follow Panic Restaurant pretty soon and get up there in that close to $400 range. Because these rare NES games, I mean, they're this up. I'm thinking like $300 to $320 on him. I think high eBay buy nows are about $350 at the moment, so pretty good game. Something here you don't see all too often. I've actually never seen this one in person. I didn't even know it existed until someone brought it to the table. I've had other ones though, and it is the Donkey Kong Hockey in the box. One of the Micro Versus systems. This is label on the back. I don't feel like taking that off because I don't know. It's kind of might be nostalgic for someone. Someone else could take it off. Unfortunately, someone tried though wrongly, and there is a little bit of wear there. Well, not a little. I mean, a lot of wear. A lot of ink loss off the cardboard, but it still exists. It's not 100% complete. It does have the cardboard. It has the manual. The manual's pretty nice. The system itself is very clean, no corrosion in the battery slot. The screen is scratch free. The wires on the controllers are spotless. I mean, it's a good piece. I've seen them go as high as 150, but that's 100% complete. This one, I'm thinking it's about a $100 piece, and that's where it will be at on it. Pretty decent copy of Final Fight 3, complete in box. Has some condition issues here and there, but nothing too serious. Put that on the shelf though. It does present very well from the front. I mean, it does. It looks solid. Inside, it has cartridge, very clean. Pretty nice. And what appears to be a nice label until you turn it around. It has that tear. Just corner ripped off. Nothing we can do about that. However, it's a pretty solid piece. These have gone up lately in price as well. Some are hitting that $350 mark. I'm thinking the condition on this could almost warrant that if it wasn't for the manual. So I'm going to value this at about $300. And the last item I'm going to show you is, it's a good one. I've never had it before. I was happy to finally get one. And it is Panzer Dragoon Saga for Sega Saturn. Very popular. You don't need me to tell you that. Everyone and their brother wants this game. Has all the discs. It's the black cases, not the white ones. Manual's pretty solid. It does have like a little nick right there. The discs though are gorgeous. I mean, I took them all out and looked at them. They're very clean. All the artwork is pretty nice on it. No real wear. Rare guy. Be at about $420 on this. That's a joke. No, $420 I think is a solid price on this. There's another guy at the show. He had a couple of them. He had them priced at $450, which is about the high on eBay. Last time I checked, $380 seemed to be the low. So I mean, it's right in there. I think this is in that $400 to $420 range, and that's where I'll be at on it. So that concludes what I have to show you. Like I said, all these will be available at Video Game Summit in Chicago, assuming no one buys them from me before then. Usually in the week and a half or two before then, I usually don't do mail orders anymore. I kind of cut that out. So for the most part, most of these items will be available at that show. I'm excited for it. I hope to see anybody who can make it come out to that. If you're interested in any of this stuff, of course, I will do a mail order within the next couple of weeks if you want. Love to see you at the shows. You can check out the new website, ceruleangaming.com. I have a list of all our upcoming conventions that we're going to. So if there may be something on there that's close to you that you may not have known about, and you might want to come out and check us out as well as other dealers there. Contact information is there too. I do have the new online store, though I'm kind of lazy about it. I'm not putting a whole lot of stuff in there because inventory does trickle in and out quickly for me at these conventions. I will update our inventory list, though. You can find that on the website as well, so you know exactly what we have and prices. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you again to everyone who made it out to Philly for Too Many Games this year. Great show. I really appreciate it. I hope that continues on into the future for next year. So, thank you and have a nice day.